like yours need. From reliable printers to high-performance copiers, we'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
When the chill in the air sends shivers down your spine, don't let your home turn into a haunted house. Keep things cozy and safe with Maverick Electric, your local family-owned team you can trust. Maverick Electric cares about the families they serve because they're part of this community too. So before the real chill sets in, schedule your seasonal tune-up. Visit MavericKelectricalServices.com and let their family keep yours warm and beautiful this Halloween season.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SactownSports.com and the Sactown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sactown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys.
Whitey Gleason, Jay Johnson, thanks for being with us today. Can someone please explain something to me? Maybe you can, Jay. I don't know. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. How did we end up here? How did we end up here getting ready for a Kings game against the Bulls tonight, coming off another tough loss last night? I understand all that, where the Kings are with their record, but how did we end up in a place where so many Kings fans on what I call social media and also calling into Allen, how is it so many Kings fans are going after Domantas Sabonis? I mean, like going after Domantas Sabonis. And I know he seems like he's having some issues fitting in to what the Kings are doing now. Probably not 100% healthy. I know yesterday Kyle Draper joined us. I think he made today. Do we know he's joining us today?
2:30.
2:30. All right, thank you. Yeah, for Drape's Takes, we got that coming up. He said yesterday, he told us Domas doesn't look 100% healthy. So I get it. He was 5 for 15 last night. But I'm hearing not only, oh, wow, it's time to, have a tough conversation. I'm hearing, it looks disinterested, Jay. What is going on? He looks disinterested.
Man, I don't know what part of the kingdom you lie in, but I ain't heard a lot of this, man.
Yeah, I heard this. Well, it was on Allen's show today.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. That's what I just said. I don't know what part of the kingdom you lie in and listen to, but I don't. So, I kid a bit, but I do say this. It is interesting a little bit when you have some people coming after Domantas Sabonis in the form of as if he's not giving his all, as you said, he's disinterested, and or it's like he doesn't care, he's checked out. I don't see any of that. I haven't heard any of that.
No.
Sources have not told me any of that. And I think when it's really all said and done, it's one of the team leaders. It's a guy who's making a whole hell of a lot of money, and he's tried to get back. And, he just isn't himself right now. I truly believe, whichever way that is, he just isn't himself.
Our guy TC called into the station earlier this afternoon.
Okay, what did he say?
Now, he didn't say anything that I recall to the effect that Domantas Sabonis was not interested, but he was very critical of what Domas did last night. And I understand it's a tough loss, and you look at the way the game was played and the turnovers he had, and you could say, wow, yeah, he had a rough game. But people are angry at Domantas Sabonis, Jay.
Well,
and I'm a little surprised that that's where we are today, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When you lose, people question a lot of things.
Yep.
And
they
so
look for somebody. I hurt as a fan.
Yeah.
Whose fault is it? I got to blame somebody.
Take it out on someone.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. I truly believe DeMontis is banged up and he's not 100%. It's not a full excuse. It's something that he can lean on in knowing, that he's not being able to produce the way that we've come to know DeMontis Sabonis, all-league type caliber, all-league type numbers. Give him a little opportunity. I dare not say the P word here. But I do think he's not 100% in the form of what he is. And at the same time, still trying to figure out where get his footing when it comes to the offensive side for this team.
There's 2 P words that we can't say right now.
Right.
There's the PA word, which we say you can't say that to Kings fans.
Nope. Hang tight.
PLA word that we're just like, that's the one that, that Scott Perry hasn't even uttered since he's been here. So I'm not sure which one you were referring to.
Well, it's hang tight.
Okay.
Gotcha. AKA hang tight.
Yeah,
so
I gotcha.
I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows besides the inner circle, small workings of the Sacramento Kings and maybe in family of DeMontis Sabonis, where he goes home and talk to people at night, his circle, if we truly know if DeMontis is 100%. It's one of those conversations that you have to have when it comes to sports. Is DeMontis 85% better than the next man who's 100%, and vice versa? And if you feel like you're hurting, and it's the old argument of sports. If you're hurting the squad, we need you to sit down and get right until you can come be who you are. Or, at the same time, as we even heard, so many people talking about Michael Jordan and that shenanigans he was talking about a couple of days ago, where he's talking about, you go to work for 2.5 hours and I play this every single day and all that. Well, the game is different, Mike. It's also different. You guys are off the score 79 to 73. These dudes is running up and down the court every single hour on the hour. But I say it to this point. We're going to have a conversation. Sounds like we're having it now. If DeMontis is truly hurt, it may be time for him to sit down if he's not being able to deliver. But, I mean, honestly.
But he had 18 rebounds.
And that's I was just getting ready to say, Whitey.
Yeah, it's not like he went out there and did nothing. And I know he had some bad turnovers and he didn't shoot well, but he had 18 rebounds, and the Kings desperately need rebounding right now.
And that's the thing. And that's the 85. Is he better than the next person who's 100%, his 85%? And I would argue he is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the norm of 17, 18, 19, 20 points that we're used to with Domas, but 10 and 18? I mean, it's, or excuse me, 8. He had 8, excuse me, right? 8 and 18. That's
no, you're right. He had
10, okay.
10 and 18.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yeah, we have this from Band to the Young. First of all, we have, will we win, will we lose? All I know is the drive gang I choose. Okay, I mean, that's a nice effort to start the show, kind of like Bullwinkle. Will we win, will we lose? All I know is the drive gang I choose. Presto. But then he comes back with, I said yesterday, Domas was checked out. He is also just trying to play through an injury. Here's the whole thing with Domas right now. A, he's hurt. B, he's not being used in the offense the way we're used to him being used in the Kings offense. Usage rate is way down, and I think he's trying to figure out how he fits into that. Last night he might have taken a few shots that I think were forced a little bit. But we are used to, and I'm sure he's used to since he has come here, to being the guy that they run the offense through.
Mm-hmm. Well, top of the nail, the elbow.
Yeah. So, when they went out in summer and Scott Perry said, and apparently Domas was one of the ones who said this to him, like, we need a real point guard. Okay, you bring in a point guard, regardless of what you think of the decision they made there, you bring in a point guard. Well, doesn't that right there, before you get any further, tell you, all right, the offense is probably not going to run through Domas as much as it used to if you're focusing on getting a quote-unquote real point guard. So I think his role in the offense is changing, and I think he's trying to figure out how he can best fit into that. We've also heard, pardon me, but I think it's an important point, we heard him during training camp saying, yeah, I'm not going to automatically dive to the dunker spot now. I'm going to be at the high post and then dribble a handoff or something. I'm going to stay out there. So there are some changes to the offense. So you've got an injured guy. There are some changes. You've got a lot of guys in that roster right now in that lineup that need shots, and he's trying to figure his way through that.
I agree with pretty much everything you said. And I take from this, not to jump to another discussion and jump away from what you're talking about, I agree with what you're saying. I need someone to pick up the phone or someone to tell me why he's checked out. Mm-hmm. How is he showing fans that he is checked out?
That's the last thing I would ever say about a guy who's playing when he's hurt.
Right. And
checked out guy is like, no, he's at the hotel.
Man, come on now. I'm not even on the road trip.
Yeah.
I'm still out in Napa sipping on the wine with my feet up.
And, he's not the type who would do that. But
no.
With a hamstring,
to the best of my knowledge.
He could easily say, guys, I'm just not healthy yet. I don't want to rush it. But he doesn't do that. He played one whole year with a broken thumb.
Yeah, again, Whitey, I would love to hear from listeners, fans, people who have said he's checked out. Mm-hmm. If you said a bunch of people were calling Allen, or a few people, or even one person said that they called Allen and you heard it all throughout social network or wherever the avenues that you were peeping this, I'd be very interested to hear why people believe Domantas Sabonis is checked out.
Yeah, just to be clear, it was two different things. Some of it is the checked out.
Okay.
A lot of it on social media that I saw last night was just people being very critical of the way he was playing.
Okay, all right.
Like, not just he had a bad game, but what is wrong with him?
Man, that's every day though.
Yeah.
Those things don't bother me because that's the way in the world in which we live in. If Domas comes out tonight and has a triple-double, people will be closing their mouth as quick as possible. And then if he bounces back next game and he scores 5 points and has 6 rebounds, he'll be checked out and people will be very critical of him again. That's the way we live. Social network has shown and proven that's just the way the game goes. If you don't consistently have 30 points every single night or have a triple-double or, you done dunked on somebody 2 times and socked somebody in the mouth. And, people question every single thing at this point when it comes to stars who are not playing up to the par that they have shown.
And a big part of that, Jay, to your point, I don't mean to interrupt, but just embellishing what you're saying, a lot of it is they look at, you see how much that guy's getting paid?
Right.
How can he have a bad game? Right?
That's true. That's very true. It's just critiquing and criticizing stars, let alone anyone at this point in life, is just a part of sports. And I'm the first person I always say, hey, look, hate is good in sports. If that's how you want to if that's how you want to operate, then
sports
please
hate,
do.
not real hate.
Sports hate, absolutely. Yeah, come on, no real hate in life, brother. People out here struggling on the day-to-day grind. So when it comes to real life, no, we separate those things. But if we're talking about sports hate, if you dislike the way Domantas Sabonis is playing, then more power to you for voicing your opinion. Mm-hmm. But there is a line that you have to watch in what you say and how you go about it. If he's not living up to your expectations, or if he's not playing the way that you want to, or you feel that his contract, because you counting his bag, you counting his money, you feel like he's not delivering, then please voice your opinion, 916-339-1140. Mm-hmm. As I said, I would be more than happy to understand why you believe Domantas Sabonis is not the guy that you believe he was last year or the last couple years. And for the ones who are saying that he is checked out, as you said, you clarify it, there's a very small portion of those people. I want to hear from that very small portion. Mm-hmm. If you believe he checked out, let me know why. I want to hear what your reasoning is.
It's possible all of the Domas' checked out people have checked out themselves.
Well, could be.
That's possible.
It could be.
By
It's
the
a
way,
great
speaking
point.
of sports hate, I do not sports hate the Toronto Blue Jays.
No.
Yes.
I'm sports loving them right now.
Yes.
I'm Cupid.
There's a guy that works at our station. He's a really good account executive, and he played baseball. He was in the Dodgers organization, and he was a lefty, a pitcher, and I get along great with him. But I've noticed here, the more I talk about, boo Dodgers, every time I see him, Jay, he's got a little bit of a side eye for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think what's going on here with the Dodgers and the Blue Jays in the World Series, I think it might be getting in the way of my relationship with a coworker. But, I saw him yesterday. Saw him in the parking lot, and I just said, hey, what a game. And he said, yeah, that was quite a game. A little edge to it. But that's okay. That's what, that's what rooting's about.
Yeah, and it's the World Series. Yeah. It's real right now.
Yes.
Everything is on the line.
Right.
As they say, you got to throw out the whole kitchen sink
Yeah.
and try to get a W.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Jay would normally call him out and put it on air, but because he's a friend of the Drive Guys show, I won't lace him up like that.
That's why I bring it up.
Yeah,
it troubles me. Yeah.
It troubles you what?
Not Scavaro. I'll call it that. That's what I'll call him.
In what form are you troubled?
It was like, hey, buddy, hey. And, now there's a little bit of this edge between us during this World Series. And I'm not really a Toronto fan most of the year.
Yeah.
But I am right now.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I almost applied for my passport. I mean, my citizenship of Canada just to make sure people knew what side I was rooting for in this World Series.
Yeah, I was flipping back and forth last night. He was like, the Kings. I was like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Vladdy.
Someone 973. Someone to 916, 973 and 1,118 since 2000. That's the record of the Kings.
Yeah.
This person said 40% of the time they win, and more often than not they lose. We are so tired of every year being the same result. Totally agree.
Yes.
Don't disagree with you.
Right.
100%. I'm on the same bandwagon. We riding in the same car. I got the same feeling. If we need to finally clear the roster to get better, then clear them all. Totally get it. I don't really care what you got to do. Bring a winner in here, including Sabonis. I don't know if that's what that means. Then absolutely, I'm a rock and roll. We 4 games into the game, to the season. So I understand your frustration because you're talking about history. But I'll say this: that's a little weak way of getting at Sabonis. I asked, if you feel like Sabonis is not who you want him to be, then voice your opinion. Don't give me the track history of the Sacramento Kings. I'm with you on all of that. I don't disagree with that, 916. I truly, truly agree. As I said, we are shoulder to shoulder, nose to nose, neck and neck. Whatever you have to do to get this team to become a winner, I'm with you. But don't throw the little slight jab at Sabonis in there. Let me know how you feel about Sabonis, baby.
My Dodger friend is listening.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he just texted me. It's all in fun.
Of course. Sports hate,
baseball.
Baby. Sports hate. Sports hate.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Casey joins us on Sactown Sports. What's up, Casey? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good. Did you call because you have some thoughts on Domantas Sabonis, the Kings?
I have thoughts on Sabonis. I think Sabonis is the least of our problems. I don't think the team's done any favors to Sabonis' style of play by bringing in guys like DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, who aren't guys who really work with the type of play that Sabonis does. And same with Schroeder taking away some of the playmaking. So I'm not going to blame Sabonis for his numbers right now. I think for people to say he's not he's tuned out. I mean, the guy's hustling all the time, and I would never question his heart. My biggest problem with the Kings right now is our starting lineup last night was an average of 32 and a half years old. And we're not a good team. And unless you're a good team, you can't be an old team. If you're an old team, you got to be looking for that window to win a championship, because if we're playing these old guys, we're not building for the future, and the future isn't now. So why are we playing Russell Westbrook more minutes than Monk and Keon Ellis? Why is Westbrook all of a sudden starting when he's only been on the team for 10 or 12 days? I don't understand it. And Monk wasn't on the floor to close out the game, and we couldn't score for 5 minutes. He's our best three-point shooter, our best playmaker. So I don't understand. It's like we're just trying to win now, but we're not building for the future. So if you're not building for the future, then that's going to actually make us be in a rut longer than if we were to just tear it down and rebuild it. We're trying to stay somewhat relevant and win a few games here and there instead of just saying, no, let's just play the young guys and get rid of this, try to trade some of the older guys.
Gotcha, Casey. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a great point you make, and I think a lot of people are thinking that along with you. Yeah. There's a street near my house, and I used to take my dog there when my dog and I were still going on walks. And it's a really nice street, and they got they built like a compound there. And kids have basketball hoops at the end of it. And there's ivy and beautiful plants at the end of it. So it's very attractive, but it's a dead end. So you go down there, obviously you're just going to walk, you got to come out, but like you drive down there, this is great. It gets you nowhere. That's kind of what I see Russell Westbrook being for the Kings right now. They don't see it that way, and obviously he doesn't see it that way, and he played well last night. He's playing with a lot of energy, but I understand the caller's point. It's like, wait, how does Russ help us get somewhere else other than just kind of this dead end of maybe you get in the play-in, maybe the first round? I think the answer to that, to be honest, I don't agree with it, but the answer appears to be, and I've asked people, what's going on here? Apparently the Kings feel that Russ is going to help them lay that foundation that's going to serve them as a basketball team even after he's gone. But I know what you mean. He took more shots than anybody else last night. He had a good game.
Right.
You could say maybe somebody like Devin Carter or Keon plays more if Russ isn't there. So I understand all that, and I agree with that. And I understand why fans are frustrated by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as the team.
It's a great metaphor, by the way.
Thank you. I just thought of that today.
Yeah.
They keep losing close games. I was on a softball team once, Jay, and I wasn't as good of a ball player as you, but, we had some pretty good players in this team.
I believe it.
You played on a million softball teams, right? So played on many teams. This one team I'll never forget. We had some good players, but we would be in a game where it's like it's even or we're even ahead. Then towards the end of the game, things would start going wrong for us. And it was always like, oh, we got to do this. Oh, we didn't defend well. Oh, we just didn't get a key hit. And when that keeps happening, it kept happening, and I got to a point where I had to realize, I don't think this team's very good. So just keep that in mind with the Kings. And I know they're shorthanded right now. They don't have Nee Clifford, and they don't have Keegan, and that makes a huge difference. But, you're in these games, and it looks like, wow, they could win these games. But when you keep losing close games, and it's only 4 games in, but, to me, that suggests I don't know that they're good enough to win many games this year the way they're currently built.
Yeah, you have a loaded statement there because you talked about Russell Westbrook and the conversation that I think all Kings fans have had coming into the season and over the summer, which is for the easy terminology, tank, play the youngsters versus as Casey talked about, what are you trying to accomplish by playing the OGs and some bigger names, but maybe a little longer in the tooth. And I think when you, at least from my vantage point is, Whitey, all the people, meaning guests, all the insiders and reporters, and we, as you said, you check in on your people and you talk to folks at the arena, and you got Kyle Draper who will be coming on here in about 10 minutes. You hear different reasons why they believe the Kings are going with the route that they're choosing right now, which is play the Russell Westbrook 30 minutes versus playing Malik, 28, I believe was what he had, or 26, and then Keon Ellis had 27, right? And so, as Casey brings up a good point, for the opposition part of that argument, why not play Malik 30 and Keon 30 versus Russell Westbrook, where you can, maybe bring it down to 20? I can understand that. I would love, and unfortunately, only time will tell, and hopefully we get this answer as quick as possible. I do believe Keegan Murray's injury has probably set this decision a little further than I thought coming into a 20.
We don't know.
We don't know exactly. We don't know how this team is going to be, and I think you jump straight to where I'm getting to is more of what I've heard on the opposition of let's play the OGs, let's play the stars, let's play the known name guys. Versus going with the Dylan Cardwells and the Keon Ellises is a business decision. And also trying to give this OG-led, team one shot to see if they can do it, because last year was such a mess. More people in the organization just feel like they don't have the answer completely on what they thought this team could have been last year, and of course now heading into this year. And then I also think is the business decision of, a lot of people, we've heard it, we've talked about it. I don't know how true it is, but business still is business. Russell's going to sell jerseys. Russell's going to bring some of the patrons in to watch games. And
I think that's a big part of it. Is
I think so too.
Get people to come into the building. Yeah.
I think so too. I truly do. But we don't necessarily have that answer until someone comes out and says, you know what? It was a business move.
Yeah. As far as Domas goes, and we had this discussion with Drapes yesterday, and he's going to join us bottom of the hour for the return of Drapes Takes. There's been a lot of talk of how Domas's assist numbers are down, and in 2 of their first 3 games, their offense functioned at a high level. They scored 116 against Phoenix, 120 against the Lakers. Now, I know they lost both those games, but the offense was functional. So if his numbers as far as assists are down and the offense is still scoring points, what difference does it make? Last night, however, the offense stopped functioning in the second half.
Yeah.
They had 39 points in the second half. So that's where you got to look at not just necessarily, hey, Domas needs more assists, but Is there a way to work him back into the offense? How do we get the offense functioning close to what it is capable of and what it has done earlier? It doesn't help that you had Westbrook had a nice game with 16. Westbrook and Sabonis combined to go 11 of 31.
Right.
And they took the most shots of anybody on your team. Now, it's not football.
Ball's 5 for 15.
Doug Christie can't sit there and go, all right, we want so-and-so to shoot. All right, this time somebody else shoots. So it's not really up to the coaches. It's just the flow happened that way. But that's not a very smart approach. And sometimes it happens. If it were to continue to happen, you'd have a problem. So we'll keep an eye on that.
And that's – you're spot on, Whitey. There's really nothing else to add to that. We're looking at a short, small sample size, albeit and I go back to text that I read from the 916, the toughest part of being a Kings fan, truly, and I kid all the time, I say, man, we ain't got to go back to the 2000 team. Like, there's some other things to talk about. Mm-hmm. But when you truly look at the history of the Kings and the losses and, the strife and the struggle and always feel like, man, we're just always kind of in the middle of the NBA, middle of the pack, and things feel like they just haven't gone right. And then every season, we consistently see that rear its head because, as I've always said, to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. You got to know your history.
Yep.
But it's so repetitive. It truly is. And I get it as a Kings fan because you're like, well, dang, Jay, when is it going to change? Because I'm asking the same question. As I said, I agree with 99% of what that person texts, 100%.
Yep.
You're almost helpless in the form of you can't not bring the history into the forefront.
You want to get off the hamster wheel.
Absolutely.
And it won't stop spinning.
And it won't stop.
Yeah.
And so now you're starting to look at it as like, okay, well, let's assess the situation, which is now. Now you have to assess the current situation. And then you just so happen to look back in the rearview mirror and like, yeah, I kind of remember this last year. And then maybe 2 years ago. And you know what? I remember when they brought in Rondo, and Rudy Gay with DeMarcus. And it's kind of like, man, it kind of feels that way. And then you look at the end results of that, which was nothing. No playoff run. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a play-in at the time. So I get it. That's why I say you just can't use patience word. I'm with you, Kings fans. I truly am. I don't know if there's an answer yet. Do we have to wait it play out, Whitey? Do we have to wait for Keegan to come back? Do we need someone to say, hey, this was a business move, and that's why we went with Russ? Do we need someone over there at the G1 season to say, hey, you know what? We believe Russ was going to come in and set the tone for us moving down the road. But if you say that, then you're kind of also saying, we kind of kicking this can down the road a little bit too this season. So it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, man.
Yep, great questions. We know Kyle Draper will have all the answers, right? Drape's Takes returns.
Put it on him.
Yes, next on Sactown Sports.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week, and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Hold the onions. For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart, local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton and Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery. Embrace the company of family and friends and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at revivemenshealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Always more Kings talk to discuss.
And we got you covered. It's the Drive Guys.
Kings fans not happy today. Kings with another tough loss to fall to 1-3. Yeah, they've played a lot of close games. They have not played especially well in the fourth quarter, which is when the fact that you're shorthanded and you have a lot of guys that haven't played together tends to catch up with you. But Kings fans have a lot of questions. Who do we know, Jay, that has all the answers as far as what is going wrong and what's going right with the Kings right now? Who do we know?
Katie Christensen?
Yeah, but she was already on today. She probably wouldn't come on again.
Mark Jones?
Mark Jones, yes, but he's probably busy.
You know who has all the answers? Vivek. Vivek has all the answers.
All right. Can you text him?
Let me hit him.
All right.
Scott Perry?
Scott Perry's another one. Yes.
Security man Ken?
How about the guy that used to sit right there?
Oh, Phantom?
Kyle.
Oh, I just was talking about
Draper.
Phantom. My bad. I think
back with us.
Phantom.
Hello, Drapes.
The level of disrespect is unreal, fellas. This is just like old times, right? I see, and Jay is my people too. I expect that from Whitey, you know what I mean? But not from Jay. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today? Y'all good?
Yeah. How about you? How you doing after that tough loss?
You know what? I'm actually not doing too well right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, I've been working with my therapist over the last year or two, just letting things roll off my back like a duck.
Yeah.
Don't get too worked up over things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring my blood pressure down. You know what I mean, Whitey?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here in the Bay Area right now. I've been golfing all day. All should be good in my life, right? Everything should be rosy in my life. Well, first of all, the golf sucked. That was terrible today. I mean, it was awful. It was so depressing. I had to quit after 13 holes.
Oh, that's not
And then
good.
second of all,
Yeah.
when I signed on to social media and try to gauge the pulse of the fan base about last night's game, all I hear is negativity, even from your boy, Alan Stiles. And I'm like, hold up here. For about 86% of that game last night, the Kings played extremely well. They looked really good. And they lost to the NBA champions, a team that's undefeated, a team that's got the MVP, a team that's won 68 games last season. And yet all I hear is negativity, negativity, negativity. To quote Rick Pitino, the negativity in this town sucks, fellas. It's killing me. It's a beautiful day. What's the weather in Sacramento today, Whitey? What's the weather in Sacramento?
Oh, 77,
How
something
would
like
you
that.
80 is supposed to be 80. Tops today, big
Is the
con.
sun-
Nice.
Yeah, is the sun out today, Jay?
Oh, yeah,
Is the sun out
spectacular.
today?
Yes, sir.
So we're 4 games into the season, And I'm seeing everybody and their mom being negative about the squad. Dog, we got 78 more of these. And if you're going to react this way after every single loss, you might need some therapy. And I'm talking to the listeners. Like, we can't continue like this, Kings fans. We got to be even keeled. We know it's going to be some dark days. We know it's going to be some bright days as well. We're already on the roller coaster, and I'm telling you, Whitey, the roller coaster is like sinking, man.
Yeah.
It's going down. Where's the enjoyment of the season? We're already 4 games in, and the negativity sucks, my friend. So when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm pissed off. My golf game sucks, and I'm pissed off that 4 games in, and really it's about the golf game.
Right, I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
Because I've been taking lessons and I've been putting in the work, and it's just not happening for me, man. Oh my gosh! But other than that, life is good.
Stick to it, baby.
Yeah. So your therapist says to be like a duck, and you got that duck hook going. Is that what's going on? Just yanking that ball off the tee? Yeah.
Dude, you should call me Chef Boyardee because I be slicing everything out there, baby. I'm slicing the pie, the cake, whatever you name it, the slices.
Going the other way. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Man.
Yeah,
It's
Drapes,
pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I understand why Kings fans are, they're upset about another close loss. What I really honestly don't understand, going on social media last night and hearing the station a lot today, so many people so down on Domas to the point where they're blaming Domas, questioning his effort. That, to me, is like, we're better than that. That should not be happening right now.
I 100% agree with you, and that's some of my frustration as well. Here's a dude that helped deliver us a playoff first. Remember, when he came here, that pretty much changed everything for this franchise. And then when I watched him, and I said this on the post game yesterday, it's obvious Domas isn't 100%. I understand 5 turnovers not going to get it done, missed layups not going to get it done. But honestly, when I watched the dude, maybe your guys are seeing something different. He is laboring out there at times. It's clear he's not 100%. And because we don't have any real other options, he's trying to gut it out. And so, but the fact that members of the fan base are turning on him already, 4 games, he's only played 3 games, and people are tired. It's like, what are we doing here, man? This is,
and he won one of the games.
Not all Kings.
The one game they
and
won, he won
one of the
it.
games.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he's had 2 subpar games, if you will, and people are turning on him. I don't know. And I'll tell you one other thing. I love Russell Westbrook, okay? But Russell Westbrook, the fans that he bring in, those Russ stands, sort of like the Kobe stands and the LeBron stands, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that part of the Russell Westbrook fan base. I know he's a global icon, people love him and everything like that. But I'm seeing comments, oh man, why does Russ have to be in Sacramento? This is terrible. Dog, we're 4 games in. We lost 3 games. We've been in every game. We're not getting... Like, we had OKC on the brink yesterday until the final 6 minutes. We got to be better in clutch time. And Doug Christie said it. He said, we don't know how to win yet. And he's right. It's like we can play a good 42 minutes, a good 44, but when the other team turns it up, how do we respond? We got to figure that out.
Real quick, Drapes, before you hit the Drapes takes, this was one of the things I had said in the first segment, which is I think we're getting the questions with Domantas Sabonis in the form of, is 85% Domantas Sabonis better than 100% player A, B, or C that, could fill in for him? What's your thoughts on that?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I think Domas has earned the right and the respect. I mean, one thing we know about the dude, he's going to play hard, I don't think he's playing through things at the detriment of the team. He just had a rough night last night. If you look at the final 6 minutes, Jay and Whitey, Domas missed a layup, DeMar missed a layup, Schroeder missed a 13-footer, Keon Ellis missed a 7-footer. This wasn't about Domas last night. It was about the team collectively not being able to get it done. But as I always say, and I'm sure Whitey got the box score in front of him, what people will do is, they'll look at the box score. Oh, man, Domas 5 of 15. Oh, man, we got to find somebody to blame. And that it's a total team thing. The team didn't get it done yesterday. It wasn't all on Domas.
Do you want the full box or fourth quarter only? Because
I know you got them all. I know you got
He's
the
got a per
play-by-play
half,
breakdown, too,
per
right?
quarter, net rating. What else you got over there?
Well, are you ready to go,
I
Drapes?
do
You
miss
let
the box. So, yeah.
You
Play
let
some
Jay
music,
know.
Jay.
Yeah.
Do I still got my music?
Does he still have his music, Jay?
He's got his music, but all of a sudden he cut out. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right. I got his music.
There we go.
Calm down, Lion. Calm down. Take it easy.
Getting that phone call. I heard you.
It's the return of Drapes Takes here. I'm chilling a beautiful day here in San Francisco. We got another game tonight, so I'm going to try to be calm. I'm going to try to be cool. I'm going to try to be collected through most of Drapes Takes here. First of all, I'm going to start with the good. I thought inserting Russell Westbrook into the starting lineup actually worked last night for Doug Christie. Came out, hit 3 early threes, played with energy, had a little bounce, had a little edge. And I think that's why Doug went to him early on to start this game. Because if you looked at the first few games, we've sort of come out the gate a little sluggish. Having Russell Westbrook in there gave us a big boost. So I thought that was a solid move. I'll give Doug another props on this one thing. The OKC Thunder went on a run and made it 70-69, and Doug called a timeout. And I thought that was an excellent timeout because the thing about the Thunder, they can go on the run just like that. As we saw at the end of the game, 17-4. I probably would have liked Doug to use his timeouts a little more judiciously late in that game. You can't go 5 minutes in the fourth quarter without a single point. You can't go the final 6 minutes and 36 seconds with only 4 points and expect to beat the defending champs on the road. So when Doug says, we don't know how to win yet, we don't know how to close out yet, he's 100% right. You saw a veteran team, and I'm talking about a team that's been together in OKC, trusted each other, made the right plays. Whereas I felt like with us, yes, we missed shots, but we rushed some shots down the stretch. They sped us up, and we were the ones that sort of turtled. And I said this on the post-game show, Kings fans. When are we going to see our guys ratchet up their defense? When are we going to see us be the ones that crank it up in the last 5 minutes and force the other team into bad shots and turnovers? I think that's where we got to get to. Honestly, the first 44 minutes, 43 minutes, I thought we were excellent. I thought we were good. Second Drapes Take. I got to give my boy Dennis Schroeder some credit. And it's not about the box score, fellas. It's not about, the plus minus numbers. Whitey, I don't know if you agree with this. Jay, I don't know if you agree with this. But when Dennis Schroeder is on the floor, we look like we actually run an offense. We look like we actually can milk the clock, get the shots we want. I'll just think back to last year when we didn't have a point guard the second half of the season, how much we threw the ball away, how, just disheveled we look. We look like a team right now. And honestly, I don't think we're that far off, guys. I'm not saying we're going to be contenders or anything like that, but 2, 3, 4, 5 possessions here or there, we win some of these games. And so while everybody's deflated today and discouraged, I'm like, damn, we actually can play some good basketball. And I expect us to beat Chicago tonight. I expect our team to be pissed off about last night. So, that's that second Drapes Take. My third Drapes Take, Keon Ellis. Can we give him his flowers?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The dude I thought was fantastic last night on both ends of the floor. He has some of the quickest hands on the team. He's a disruptor out there. And he knocked down some corner threes and knocked down some 3-pointers. And, I think more Keon, the better. But as you know, we got a lot of guards, a lot of mouths to feed. I thought, Doug turned to Russ down the stretch last night. Maybe you go with Keon, but that's second guessing. That's Monday morning quarterback. You could do it. But I thought Keon was fantastic last night.
Yeah, unfortunately.
My last take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, unfortunately, he's not playing tonight because he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
But he's been excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we suspected, right? They didn't say anything immediately after the game, but people were like, where was Keon? Why wasn't Keon in the game? Well, he's banged up, and so Doug probably would have went back to him. My last take has to do with this, and I started talking about it. We got to be better. We got to be better, Sacramento. It'd be different if we were the Brooklyn Nets getting run out the building, letting teams score. Think about it. We held OKC pretty much in check most of that game. Everybody talked about, this Kings defense is the worst defense in the world. It's actually been halfway decent so far. Zach is competing. DeMar is competing defensively. And so the thing about it, and I said this last year, Whitey, and I'll say it again. It seems like people are more upset, frustrated, negative now than they've ever been. And we've had much darker days. Like, I saw some encouraging things, but I will say this. At some point, we got to start winning some of these games. You know, I don't believe in moral victories. I believe in, you know what, the psyche of the team, the psyche of the coaches, players, for Doug's sake, so everybody can continue to believe in this, in what we're doing here. You need to start winning some of these games. But I see a team that's competing. They may be 1-3, yes, but it hasn't been as bad as the vibe among some on social media the fan base is. It's, you know, I just don't get it. These games have been entertaining. We've had some good play. Zach has been terrific. I think Dennis Schroeder has been terrific. DeMar has shown, like, to me, there's not a whole lot to be negative about other than the record right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got, Whitey. That's all I got, big fella. I told you it was going to be muted today. I'm not, dog, I just golfed. I'm about to go get some lunch. I got a pregame show to do. I'm not,
that's good.
I'm not going to let y'all get my blood pressure up.
No, that's not what we want to do. Can I ask you about one thing that happened in the game last night? I thought
yes.
I'd love your opinion, Jay, and we haven't talked about this yet on the show. I thought the Kings 2-3 zone last night was excellent. And a lot of times in the NBA, we've talked about this, a team will throw a zone at the other team, and for a brief period, the team that has to play gets a zone. They look like they've never seen it. The Lakers actually did that to the Kings a little bit Sunday. But last night, the Kings stuck with it in part because they not only did they surprise Oklahoma City, they played it really well. And I think going forward, that's something they can, tonight and going forward, that might be something they can lean on more frequently.
Yeah, and you know, I haven't had a chance to talk to Doug and those guys. I'll see them Friday when I meet up with them in Milwaukee. I thought the zone early worked great. I thought towards the end of that second quarter, OKC started to figure it out.
Yeah.
But then we went back to it in the second half and we made a tweak. I thought we ran a little 3-2 a lot there in that second half. And so you're right. The problem is OKC made this adjustment late in the game. They saw we were blitzing SGA. SGA did the smart thing. He pulled the defense out away from the basket, welcomed the double team. When it came, he threw it to Caruso or he threw it to Wiggins for wide open threes. And so it was a chess match, I thought, out there last night. And I thought, you know, OKC at the end had the counter against us, outscoring us 17-4 over the last. And it wasn't Shea, and I know he hit the dagger 3, but a Caruso 3, a Wiggins 3, a Lou Dort rebound, snatching it from Domas. It's plays like that we got to tighten up, man. You know, that Domas rebound, we got to have that. Rebound on the free throw, we got to have that. Those are the little things in the crunch time that winning teams, though they make those plays, we didn't last night.
Thank you, Drapes. Are you back with us tomorrow for more Drapes Takes?
Let's see how my day's going.
Where you play? Where you hit them at today, man?
Dude, I'm at the Presidio here in San Francisco.
I see you working, brother.
Beautiful. That's a place to play.
It's a beautiful course. It's a hard course, though. It's tough. Every green is uphill, so it plays much longer. And so it kicked my butt, man. Let me ask you this, because I know we got some golf aficionados out there real quick.
Yeah.
I always start off really good, Whitey. Opened up with a par. But then it just, I don't know, it goes downhill, and I can't bring it back, man. I'm working with, some people on some lessons, and it's all up here. We know that, right? It's all between the ears. And so I'm staying with it, though. I'm not giving up.
You know what I've always felt is interesting when I hear you play golf, and also knowing you and watching you and being around you, and also hearing you talk about your focus. Not being able to focus for too long, got to do something else, got to do something different. I've always felt it interesting of why you've taken to golf compared to other sports, because from what you hear or what you know, golf takes an extreme amount of focus every single hole, compared to I'm on my phone, I'm checking out stats and scores and buying this and Amazon over here. But then you got to double back and, next hole, you got to refocus. So I've always found that interesting.
Every
man.
shot, Jay.
Yeah, it might be time for you to pick up darts, bro. Bowling or
I
something.
Thought about that, and you're making me think about quitting golf, because you're 100% right. One of my problems is I'm never in the moment. I'm
Yeah.
always on to the next thing, or I'm thinking about the grocery shopping I got to do afterwards, or I'm thinking
See?
about the work
Yeah.
text or
See?
something like that. And so it's hard to, no, you're 100% right, man. I might have to, play some lawn darts or something
Yeah,
like that, shuffleboard or
So
something.
when you start, Drapes, you're focusing because, like, I'm playing golf. Here we go. Then you play a
Yeah,
couple holes,
yeah.
and it's like, what else do I got to do today? What else is going on?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so
And
there
then
you
your
go.
heart rate gets going and
Yeah.
everything, and I'm not calm anymore. And I'll tell you a story real quick. I was playing with some guys out in the Bay Area, San Jose area, and I was playing terrible. And they're like, Drapes, put down your phone, put away your phone. Because I'm checking social media, I'm texting,
See?
I'm checking Fantasy Squad and all that. And for about 4 holes, I didn't touch my phone, and I played halfway decent. And so I do have a problem when it comes to that. That's just not golf. That's life.
Yeah, but
Just locking in.
But in life, there's times when you can lock in and get something done compared to on the golf course for that 3-4 hours or however long it takes you to play the round. You have to lock in just about every single, couple of minutes because you're hitting the ball. I've always felt that interest. I'm like, man, that's interesting, Drapes.
Yeah.
For someone that's a little bit across the board,
It's a good exercise.
wants to lock
for
in
him.
for
Yeah, it's a good exercise.
It's
for
good
him.
mental war, good
yeah.
mental action, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how I am though is I'm not giving up. Like I'm like golf is not getting the best of me. I will figure it out, and so I like the challenge of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then but I've taken lesson after lesson after lesson. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, "Dude, your swing is too good to be scoring the way you're scoring." And I'm like, "I know. What the hell is the problem?" And it might be what you're talking about, Jay.
The other
It's like
problem
I'm
is
not locked in.
The other problem is now that you're not working here every day, you don't hear golf to go as often. Frank LaRosa with your golf to go. So
that might help you.
Wow.
The smooth sounds of Frank LaRosa.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Because the thing about it is those guys play golf on a every single single day basis. So they're coming from a standpoint, as much as they do a good job of saying, listen, for the beginner, the amateur, this is how you do it. Well, Frank and them been playing for longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
So those guys are hitting
right.
hitting the ball very well. So they're coming from a standpoint of being pretty good at golf. Man, I'm telling you, look, dude, I'm gonna send you over a pickleball paddle and your own set. I'm gonna get it engraved. Say my guy or something on there.
Right. Well, the thing is about those sports, they're reactionary. You don't have time
Truth.
to think.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? You're like in it, like basketball, pickleball. It's like you're in it. You don't have time to stand over a ball and think, all right, after this, I got to go, pick up the dry cleaning and everything like that. Honestly, fellas, I've thought about doing a golf podcast, like a video YouTube series.
Yeah.
If I can get a coach or somebody to fix me in golf, I'm telling you, you'll be the greatest coach ever. And so, like my golf journey, filming it because your boy be putting in the work. I'll be working hard at it.
We know that.
And it doesn't translate on the course. It's frustrating.
How is your dentistry podcast coming?
So I'm sitting here, right, and I'm drinking my Arnold Palmer right here, a little tea lemonade, and I still got the hole in my mouth, and I'm like, why is the liquid going through that hole and not like it was kind of weird, man. So I still got to get it finished up, but it was like, yeah.
That's on me. I hope you're doing okay with all that. Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. I'm not in pain anymore. I need to get the tooth put in, though.
Good. All right, we'll see you tonight on the TV. Thank you, Drapes.
All right, boys. Thanks so much.
We appreciate it. Yes, the return of Drapes Takes. We're getting spoiled. Drapes 2 days in a row.
Maybe 3?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I love the way he can't say, I'll be on tomorrow. It's like, well,
I think about it.
I'll see.
Which is smart.
Yes, it is.
You never say you're going to do something if you know you can't do it,
Yeah.
right? And even though emergencies, accidents, things happen, like, let me think about it.
And you leave your audience just wanting a little more like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
I'll holler at you here in a moment. Let me work on that.
So Drapes, not happy with the negativity surrounding the Kings.
Doesn't
slow
surprise
start.
me. I figured.
Doesn't surprise me, and I
something like
appreciate
that.
it. But I understand Kings fan. I understand the frustration as well with where this team is right now. There's still just a lot of confusion over what exactly are they doing right now, and course, we got a lot of time to figure that out. When we come back, the Kings could use a win tonight. And here's how they can get one. We have that for you next. Sactown Sports.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
That's 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace. and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
This Saturday at 11 a.m. on the next edition of the Travel Guys, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations.
We'll dig into the Travel Guys mailbag and answer your questions. You can send us a question at travelguysradio.com.
Join us Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopiers.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
KHD-KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Like the beam for Sacramento Kings. We the beam team, ayy. Like the beam for Sacramento Kings. Like the beam. Like the beam for Sacramento Kings.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
We got Kings basketball tonight. Drive Guys taking you up to game night. Bottom of the hour, Kings and the Bulls tonight. So, hanging out with Alan and Kyle Ledbetter on the crossover, we found out that the Kings are, according to what Kyle Ledbetter looked up, the Kings are, I think, 4.5-point underdogs tonight against the Bulls, for what that's worth. All right. So you got them right where we want them. No Keon Ellis tonight. It is a back-to-back for the Kings. Here, I think, may be a key to victory for the Kings. The Chicago Bulls, and I know they're 3-0, and I know all these numbers are, a little hinky because it's so early in the year. They have been turning the ball over a lot. They're last in the league in turnovers. They commit about 19 turnovers a game, the Bulls do so far. And I think they did that last year, too. I think they committed a lot of turnovers because they play at pace. The Kings have done a good job. They're top 6 in forcing turnovers. So I think that may be one of the things that the Kings can do well tonight. One of the areas that they can capitalize upon is those Bulls get a little loosey-goosey with the basketball. So if you're able to take advantage of that, extra possessions, maybe that's a key to getting back in the win column. Of course, Keon excels at that, and he's not there tonight. So just don't let the losses get your dauber down, Jay. You
Already,
know?
huh?
Right? Yeah, we're just starting.
You're on your Draper movement right now, Mr.
Just
Gleason.
starting. No, well, in a way.
A little bit.
But, Drape says, we need to do better now.
Right,
and I
right,
understand
right.
that. I'm just saying, it's okay. Especially this
It's
year.
gonna be all right.
You have a game, and that was a great game. They didn't win. Well, big picture, maybe that's okay, too, if we're being honest, because they got to get out of this being
Very
sort
true.
of stuck in the middle at some point.
Is there a before you go to the callers, and I'm not asking you, and I'm just saying maybe to speak for the kingdom, the King's kingdom, the fans and listeners, and maybe it's too much pressure, but is there a point in time as a Kings fan where you say enough is enough? Like, where's your threshold this year? Have you kind of put a bar on it yet? Have you put a flag on a number yet? Or is there anything in your mind where it's like, 10, 15, 20, 25? Like, where you at with it?
I think I look at it a little differently than most people. I'm sure there's other people who see it the same way I do.
Sure.
But as long as it's interesting, yes, I'm in. Even if they're losing, but there's things happening with a trade, or this sets them up in the lottery. What's going on in the lottery? If there's something going on, great. If they're just, and they have been playing compelling games.
Sure.
If it starts to get boring, and obviously you and I, we do this for a living and we enjoy it and love it, so we're going to be in there. But I think as a fan, I would say that's where I would start to check out. If it gets to the point where it's like, there's just nothing of any entertainment value here for me, that's to me where I would start to check out. But I know I heard from somebody last night on X, and yes, we will, as Jay said, we'll get to the phones in just a minute here. Somebody hit me up and said, where is it right here? Just to your point you're making there, Jay. Whitey, for my own mental health, I'm going to tune out these boys for a while. And I took that to mean just, the frustration of coming so close. That's going to happen a lot, I think, if the Kings end up in games in the fourth quarter. Because right now, there are so many things that a winning basketball team needs to do in the fourth quarter of a close game. And the Kings, you can see, is like, okay, who's doing this now? What are we doing? And it's just because they haven't played together. I know the Spurs, when the Spurs were a great team, they'd get in the fourth quarter of a close game. They didn't always win, but they knew what they were. Everybody's like, they didn't even have to call a timeout. Like Tony Parker has the ball, and he knows what to run, and the Kings are nowhere near that level yet, which is one of the things that I think Doug was talking about last night. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. TC is back on Sactown Sports. TC, you were all over Domas today. What's up?
Check.
Time for checking with TC.
Hey, listen, mic check. So check it out. I'm all over Domas, right? Because it goes back to Domas, right? Doug, you got to pull Domas in that moment when he's struggling. I would have threw Drew Eubanks back out there. Listen, Allen good. Allen, the boy, they good for cutting me off, right? When I'm on something good. When I'm talking about something good, they cut you off real fast, won't they? Right? Allen always got something to say about Domas. But you get to talking about it, he want to cut you off. Come on, Allen, boy. Thought we was better than that. Man. But look, check it out. That's another. This ain't even.
Move on, T. Move on.
Move on. Hey, so look, check it out. I'm talking about Doug got to pull Domas in that moment, and I'm putting two Eubanks back in there. Period. Point blank. Right. What Doug was saying last night when he said about we should be 4-0. How can't you understand that, King says? What he's saying is, if we did the little things that win games, like rebound and stand in front of our man, like the simple things, we would be 4-0 right now. But we don't deserve to be 4-0 because we're not doing those little things. And if we did do them, then I wouldn't be up here as a head coach explaining to the media why we're not doing them and why we're not 4-0. You get it, Kings fans? That's all I'm getting. I'm not tanking. I'm not watching the Kings fans at the Kings games or none of that. I'm watching all 82 games plus the playoffs when we get there. I'm not doing none of that, bro. This team will be fine. We just got some things to figure out. Also, Russell Westbrook, is everybody seeing what I'm talking about with him being in the starting lineup, with his presence, his mentality, and his veteran leadership? We either going to win the game or we going to be in the game with Russell Westbrook. Can we all agree on that?
We got you, TC. We're not cutting you off. Thank you. Man, Kings fans are angry today.
Boy, fired up on Allen.
Going after Allen?
Damn.
Yeah.
Allen cutting TC off?
I guess.
Come on, Kyle. Y'all got to be better than that, baby.
TC felt he was getting cut off. Thank you, TC. I
got your back, T.
I do too, but I don't have your back on Eubanks instead of Sabonis. Really.
Yeah, I got your back on that.
I
Allen.
understand your point, but I respectfully disagree on that.
Yeah.
It gets back to what you were saying, Jay. 85% or 90% of Domas, is it better than 100% of
Player B?
Through Eubanks?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it is.
For me, it is.
Yeah.
I'll accept the 10 and 18 and 3 or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
18.
I mean, that's off the glass, man.
Possessions in the fourth quarter.
He's bringing them off the rim.
Yeah.
And as you said, you made a great point. Hadn't thought about it. He won the game for Utah.
Yeah,
against Utah. You know, with the putback. Obviously, he missed the free throw, and they had to have a last-second defensive stand. But Domas has showed me too much for me to turn my back on him this fast.
Yes, and I also say this, TC. You asked a question about Westbrook. As you probably know, I haven't been the biggest. I haven't been the most enthusiastic about the signing of Westbrook, but yeah, he played with a presence last night. He's great at putting up numbers. Last night, he did more than just put up some numbers. Yeah. How about Raider Ted on Sactown Sports? Raider Ted, what's up?
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm calling about Domas too.
Really? Okay, bring it. What's the problem?
So I just don't understand at this stage of his career how he can lose possession of the ball with just the slightest of contact. Or, and sometimes he's getting fouled and they're not calling it. So he either needs to learn how to sell those things or hold on to the ball so much tighter than he is, because it's like his hands look like trampolines at times. The ball just flies out. And it's like, come on, man. You're pulling down 18 boards, but you're losing like 6 of them. And especially in the last 3 minutes of the game, we should have won that game. And everybody played a good, solid game last night, except for not boxing out on some of those follow-up dunks that the Thunder had. It's just like, does he have small hands, or does he not know how to secure the ball? Or it's been going on for 4 years now, so it's not like it's something new. It's not because he's a little bit injured still. It's a ball control issue. And, and then I have problems with him not being able to score inside against other guys that are, his height, because he doesn't have great leaping ability. But he does get around the basket and do great things, but he loses control of the ball. And I honestly think that's why we lost last night. I'm getting a little tired of it. I just don't know how much, I'm not saying Isaac Jones is the answer. Obviously Isaac Jones has footwork issues, has a lot, he's a young player. He has a lot to learn. But, man, I've never seen him just turn the ball over when somebody bumps into him and have it fly out of bounds. It looks like a Super Bowl.
Gotcha, Ted. Thank you, Raider Ted. Appreciate it. appreciate your listening and your calling.
Yeah. Domas had 5 TOs last night. And
yeah.
let me say
He also
this
had
before
18
you.
rebounds with his Super Bowl hands. I don't know how he did that.
Let me say this.
Boom, 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 boom.
There is something to what Raider Ted is saying. I know he's being sarcastic in a certain form, and also he's giving his opinion in a passionate way.
Yes.
And so I 100% respect that. There is something to that, though, and you don't have to agree. I'll be the one to step on the ledge. Well, the ball does come out of Domas's hands a little bit too much for the liking sometimes, and I think it's not so much as first and second quarter. Sometimes it feels like it's just during a time of the game where you're like, come on.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for that. I would say that the problem I have with Domas turnovers, and there weren't a lot of them last night because he wasn't really running the offense.
He had 5, didn't he?
He had 5, yeah, but I mean,
that's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot. But I'm talking about the ones that he didn't have a lot of the ones that bother me the most, which is where he thinks he's Magic Johnson.
Okay,
those bother me a lot.
He's dribbling, he's hopping and skipping down the court.
Then, and he is like thinks he has X-ray vision and tries to throw the ball through the key, and those are the ones that drive me crazy. Last night, I did think on the one that everyone remembers most, where he got the rebound and then he got stripped.
Mm-hmm.
Raider Ted made a great point about how the Kings weren't boxing out, and that so they gave up some putbacks.
Right.
I thought on that play, watching that play again, those 2 players, one of whom stripped the ball from him, they were there because none of the Kings put a body on them at all.
Yeah.
So I understand the frustration, and the fact that you say, Jay, I kind of saw that too. That lends a lot of credence to it.
Well,
Isaac Jones over Domas.
Well, come on, man.
Come on.
But see, all due respect, that's coming from a Raider fan. See what happens?
Oh, okay.
You give them an inch, they try to take a mile, and in reality, they support Mark Davis and the Raiders.
Well, okay. I thought he deserved better than that.
He did, but I got to take a shot at the Raiders, baby.
That's all right. That's how we're playing it today.
Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on, TC. They should have put Drew Eubanks back in there instead of Domas. No.
Nah. It is interesting, and I started the show saying, Whitey, me and you don't live within the same area of the kingdom, because I haven't seen that
now,
much.
Yeah,
I am, and even Draper said it. He's like, hey man, I looked, and a lot of people are kind of shooting arrows at DeMontis, and it's interesting because for me, he has been part of the foundation of whatever this iteration of the Kings is. He has kind of been the rock. He is the guy that you kind of know is like, okay, double-double, and you probably half the games get a triple-double. Mm-hmm. And now that he's only giving you here we go, he's only giving you 10 and 18, people like, he's checked out. I mean, that's he is being, people are talking about he's checked out.
He's struggling with the offense right now.
He definitely
struggled with the offense in part against the Lakers because he was in foul trouble, because he's not a great defender. But let's not get carried away. And I like Isaac Jones, but they should have Isaac Jones in there. Are you out of your mind?
Over Domas, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Raider Ted. Jacob on Sactown Sports. Hello, Jacob. What's up?
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's tough to be a Kings fan right now. We got no center depth, but we already knew that.
Yep.
We have no wing depth. We already knew that.
Yep.
The refs are against us, 22 free throws for Austin Reeves, and there's a gambling problem in the NBA. We already knew that. The water bottle station in the upper bowl is still broken 3 years running. We already knew that. And at the same time, we got some of the most expensive tickets in the league. $18 for a burger, $18 for a brew, $6 or $8 for a water bottle. And now I'm seeing pictures of Vivek with his tech bros in Washington, D.C., and I'm saying, this ain't it, chat. And so, we're going to blame Domas? No, thank you. We're going to blame Vivek. That's the end of story, and you can draw your own conclusions.
Thank you, Jacob. Thanks for hanging on to share that with us. He took us on a wide-ranging journey there, touching on a few things, some of which I was not aware of. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. I understand that Kings fans are very frustrated. A close loss will do that. Then another one makes it worse. And by the time you've got 3 in 4 nights, and it wears on you. And those are the toughest losses in sports. I know I heard the announcers last night, the World Series announcers, was it Joe Davis and John Smoltz. And Joe Davis said, boy, that loss the night before for Toronto, that's as tough a loss as you're going to have. No, the toughest losses in sports are the losses where you think you have it, especially when you're on the road against world champions, when you think, we've got this game. Then you lose it. Those are the toughest losses of them all. When it comes after 2 previous tough losses, narrow losses, I understand people's frustration, Jay.
Yeah.
But you got to keep your wits about you.
You do. That's more times than not the people who do are successful.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's a great tip from Jay. Daniel on Sactown Sports. How are you, Daniel?
Yes,
Thanks
I'm
for checking
back.
in. Yes.
Doing great. How about you guys?
Good.
No, my question, and I'll take the answer off the phone, is that when, let's say, we're just 1 point away from being 0-4, right? That game that we won against Utah, which was an offensive rebound that if we didn't get, it wouldn't be 0-4. And then let's say we go, hopefully not, 0-5 tonight. So when do we start looking at the coaching on the team, which I have my questions about in the past? For the games that I watched, I don't see, and I try to see the style of play. Are we a defensive team? Are we an offensive team? Can we adjust on the go, especially in the fourth quarter? I personally don't see it. So my question to you, when do we turn to the coach and start asking questions to the coach?
Thank you, Daniel. To me, we're nowhere near that just because it's a fair question, obviously. But this roster is such an odd one, and you've already got the organization and the coach coming out saying, we're playing this way. Up-tempo, both ends of the floor, as I say a lot, and you clearly have a roster that isn't necessarily designed to do that. You're going to struggle. So I don't think we're near that point. To me, if you were going to talk about, wow, we need another coach, that assumes that everything is fine here. Boy, all we need is somebody to point people in the right direction. And you take Doug Christie out of it and look at, I don't think it's fine. I think you've got roster issues. You've got fit issues. And sure, it's partly the coach's job to figure that out. But I wouldn't have that anywhere near the top of my list of issues with the Kings right now. I don't think it'd be on my list at all. It's a fair question. Going forward, we'll see, but there's so much else going on right now. And I will also say last night, they went to a 2-3 zone. They had a lot of success with it. I don't think that was, DeMar DeRozan's idea. I think, right?
Russ said everybody get into a zone.
Hey, coach, we're going to go to zone now, 2-3 zone. So to me, we're not anywhere near that.
Well, we already, within 4 games, we are talking about replace it. We had to ask about the coach, and I want to make sure I say that right. Daniel didn't say replace it. He said, let's talk about him. And then at the same time, Domantas Sabonis is checked out.
Mm-hmm.
We want to play IJ over Domas, and we need Drew Eubanks in the starting lineup, or at least over Domas.
People are frustrated.
I understand.
I get it.
I
Again,
understand, family.
you're a fan. We're all fans. It
Yes,
hurts.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's like, why do I hurt? Whose fault is this? It's his fault.
Him.
It's their fault. Yes.
Him or them.
Fix it. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Walter joins us, Sactown Sports. Hello, Walter.
What up, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, I just want to talk about the Kings,
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I think everybody's tripping right now. Everybody is flipping out. Domas is definitely the best center we got. And he's a little banged up right now. But you know what? I would rather have a 80% Domas out there than Eubanks or whoever, you know what I mean? Like, with the roster we got, these guys are trying to come together. This is a fresh new team, a lot of new pieces. And people need to just quit stressing out. It's early. We want to play 4 games. And I honestly feel like tonight we're going to play a lot better. We're going to look – actually, we played good last night. It just didn't work out. You know what I mean?
Didn't work out, Walter. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, we missed some shots at the end. And, can't point to one person. You know what I mean?
I think you're right.
We lost as a team.
Yep. Thank you, Walter. Yes. Doesn't help when your center has Super Bowl hands, Jay.
Yeah, man.
That was a good one.
It's rough.
Raider Ted, I hadn't heard that one before.
Raider T, man, coming in. And I understand his frustration. I truly do.
Yeah. And as far as Coach Christie last night saying, we could be 4-0, but we're not ready for it. In my opinion, that was coach speak. That's something that a coach says sometimes, exaggerating, trying to make a point, trying to get people to think a certain way. Not so much the media, but to me, he's talking to his team there. Yeah, like don't let go of the rope.
Sending a message.
Don't let go of the rope.
Yeah,
very
sending a
close.
message through the media, through the press conference.
Yeah, and as upset as Kings fans are, as upset as the players are, Doug Christie was right up there. He may be more upset than anybody right now.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is his shot, and so tonight they got a shot. They definitely got a shot against a Bulls team that let's face it, Jay, they haven't lost a game yet.
Yeah,
the
they
thing
haven't.
about the Bulls, the Bulls kind of got rid of some of the guys that the Kings said, yeah, give me some of that. And then the Bulls ended up like tearing it down a little bit and ended up pretty much in the same spot the Kings were. So it's an interesting contest tonight.
I will say, I think if the Kings play the way they did last night against the Thunder, they'll beat the Bulls. Now, whatever that means.
Zach LaVine's going off tonight, Jay.
I hope he does. Give me 40 shot.
Yeah. I need him taking more shots than anybody else.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He was very efficient yesterday in the shots that he made and took.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for being with us. We do appreciate it. What time? Let's see. What time are we out here, Jay?
25:30.
25:30. Okay.
Got about a minute and a half.
Yeah. Last night, player of the game for the Kings, I guess Russell Westbrook might have been the player of the game for the Kings. But I just want to say this before we go. Thought Malik played well. I know he's only 3 for 7, missed his threes, had a beautiful pass, had 4 assists, and it's just what I was talking about yesterday. I think Malik can play point guard. He's not going to be an all-league point guard, but he can play point guard. And I thought he did a good job last night running the offense when he was on the floor to run the offense. There's so many different guard combinations now. You can almost see him going, you're running the offense now? Am I running the offense? Maybe other teams are looking at that. If I'm the Houston Rockets, I'm taking a long look at Malik Monk. Wow, that guy can play point. He can run the point. Maybe they have some interest in him. I don't want to let him go, but I would like to see him go someplace where maybe he could win, especially if the Kings could get some front court help for him.
I'm trying to give away Malik,
That's
Whitey.
something to keep an eye on. I'm trying to help Malik, and I'm trying to help the
give
Kings.
away my boy, man. You've been trying to give away my boy for 48 hours.
That's the one thing I'm tired of. People told us all the things they're tired of, which I respect. I'm just tired of guard after guard after guard after guard coming in, And here comes another guard.
I hear you, man.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Here comes another guard.
Yes. Nothing wrong with any of them. There's just too many of them.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start cutting you off trying to give away my boy Malik, man. We can't give away anybody else.
I'm not trying to give him away.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna need something back.
Understandable.
Yeah. Game night is next. We're back with you tomorrow. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento Kings.